What is up, everyone? Lock Daddy back at it, bringing you day 2 of the Star City Games Standard Open Syracuse. 6 rounds and the top 8. Let's get into it. I'm fairly excited to see what's going to make top 8 here. I'm guessing it's going to be a lot of mid-range decks with Planeswalkers, because those seem to be dominating. Alright, so round 10, we got Jeskai Superfriends versus 4-color Dreadhorde. Okay, this Dreadhorde deck is pretty sick. It just gains a bunch of life off Wildgrowth Walker and then casts Command the Dreadhorde and just like brings everything back from the graveyards and just gets a freaking army. Like an unbeatable army. And then we got this awesome Jeskai Superfriends deck, which has a bunch of Planeswalkers and Sarkhan as the he's pretty much the major win condition. Just turns all your Planeswalkers, makes 4/4 dragon tokens and turns all your Planeswalkers into 4/4 dragons and just swings in for like, 12, 16 damage. But Jim Davis with the turn 2 Wildgrowth Walker, turn 3 J-Light Ranger. That's hard to beat. That's a good opener. That is a good ass opener. Like, look at this. 3/5 Wildgrowth Walker, turn 3. Back up to 24 life. This creature is beast. It's a beast mode. Shade Light number 2. Gain 6 more life. Draw some cards. Hey, look, my Wildgrowth Walker is a 5/7 now. Seems pretty good. This card is a nightmare for red also. An absolute nightmare. Ooh, he's got the alternate art, Japanese. I love how the Japanese printings of the Planeswalkers have all these like alternate art versions, like the animated out versions. It's crazy. It's crazy talk. That's Kazmina. Just gonna put out a 2/2 wizard. Yeah, this Jeskai Superfriends deck too, that land, that whenever you play a Planeswalker you gain a life. So much life gain. These decks just don't care about aggro. Really. They just gain so much life. Well, it looks like everyone's playing that land. A new land that produces 2 of any color to pay for Planeswalkers and gives you a life every time you play a Planeswalker. Kind of disgusting. Got a nice 6/8 Wild Growth Walker now. Four Dragon's not going to do a lot against this 6/8 Behemoth Walker. Oh, Wild Growth Walker. So busted. Good thing that card's leaving. I'm really not liking how crazy the format is right now. Yeah, he's like, scoop him up. I'll be happy to see a nice little freshy fresh restart. Chop off those 4 last sets, or the 4 oldest sets. All right, sideboard. Jeskai Superfriends. 3 Prison Realm are gonna come in. 2 Baffling End are gonna come in. 2 Lyra. I don't know if Lyra's good enough. Maybe. Especially since like he's going to be under the impression that he's not going to have any creatures. Although I think they get to see their sideboards. Getting Blackblades. Getting Blackblades not really for this matchup. Karn. Maybe a Dovin's Veto or 2. I don't know if he's playing 2 in the main already. Maybe 1 comes in. And then Jim Davis is going to bring in 3 Duress. 1 Elder Spell. Is that it? I mean, if he suspects, he's going to bring in Lyra Dawnbringer. Although Lyra Dawnbringer is legendary, so cast down doesn't do anything. Crawl Harpooner can kill Lyra, though. Oh, wait, no, fight. When you fight, you get first strike, don't you? Okay, so Crawl Harpooner can't take down Lyra. So he has nothing to really kill Lyra Dawnbringer. So maybe that's the key here. I mean, he's got Planeswalkers that can deal with Lyra Dawnbringer. He's got, you know, Vraska's and Teferis. Hostage Taker? Don't see that coming in. Yeah, maybe just those 4. Just 3 Duress and Elder Spell. I mean, those for sure are going to be good against his deck. Yeah, the other stuff is for, like, aggro. Pretty much. Alright. Game 2. Duress. Duress is, like I said yesterday, probably the best sideboard card in Standard right now. And anyone who can play Duress is going to play 3 or 4 Duress in their sideboard, like 100%. Because there's just so many Planeswalkers that, like, it's just, like, the premium sideboard. Like, you could even play 1 main deck. You could play, like, 1 main deck, 3 sideboard. Like, I could completely back that up. Like, I don't think, like, the only deck that doesn't play a Planeswalker main is, like, red. And then, like, blue is not really a deck. And people aren't playing mono blue at all, it seems like. And, although I could see playing Kasmina in the mono blue deck. Make all your creatures untargetable unless you play 2. That's pretty beefy. I could see, like, one of those main deck, maybe. Probably just sideboard, but yeah. It does cost 4. And previously their height of their curve was 3 with the Djinns. Alright, he takes Teferi. Time Raveler. Doesn't want him to have that turn 3 play. Oh, stumble on lands. That's no good. When that happens in a format that's powerful, you get behind really fast. Yeah, there's just so much card advantage in this format right now. Just all these planeswalkers that are just 2-for-1s when you play them for 3 mana. Like every single card is like a 2-for-1 right now in these mid-range decks. No, wait, she's a 3-for-1. Yeah, they need like a white board wipe for planeswalkers or something. They need something. There's too many like. I really don't understand why they didn't print a board wipe for planeswalkers in this set. I think it was a really stupid idea to not print that. Like a planar cleansing effect for 5 mana. Like the Elder spell, they gave it to black, which is bizarre because black usually doesn't have like, you know, the multi-planeswalker kill spell. Like white should have a 5-cost board wipe that kills all creatures and planeswalkers probably, because then like control would actually kind of be a deck. I don't think control is very good right now because these mid-range decks are basically like they do everything that control does, but they also have win conditions, so like they don't have to like sit back and worry about like, you know, not being able to take care of every threat. We're kind of in the age of mid-range right now for the next 3 months. I'm sure it's all going to be just like 3-color mid-range decks that are just chock full of badass cards. And Tomio just fuels the like command the Dreadhorde because it just fills your graveyard up with cards. He's probably just going to take his Prison Realm here. I mean, like, he can't even cast Narset. And he's got 2 of them, and 2 Deafening Clarions, which are useless in this situation, and a Lava Coil, which is useless. That's weird. I wonder why he didn't take the Prison Realm. That's why, because he's got a Vraska. You can just kill the Prison Realm. Okay. Is that the 4th duress? Third duress? I thought he duressed him turn 1 too. Oh, he regrowed it. He's cast 4 duresses this game. He regrew it with Tomio. Yeah, he's just scooping. He's gonna command the Dreadhorde and bring like four of the other guys' planeswalkers in play. He's gonna have like 8 planeswalkers, turn them all into dragons and swing. GG. Wow. These decks are crazy. These decks are crazy. Oh, there's Esper control. Alright, a lot of people are on white again because they're like, white is good. White can kill planeswalkers. Lots of creatures. Looks like the Esper control player just lost, though. Look at this guy, Samuel Bogue. Whoa, buddy. The super emo haircut. What is going on? It's like wrapped around his face. Alright, Simic Nexus versus Esper midrange. Kenta Hiroki. There's a Japanese player playing an SCG Open. That's interesting. Oh my god, could you fucking be any louder? Christ, dude. Leaf blowers should be fucking outlawed. Shit's so stupid. Fucking leaf blowers. What? They pollute so much, too. Shit should be illegal. Alright. Search for Ascanta turn 2, or Hero Precinct 1, and then search. Now to Fairy. Trigger Hero. Get a token. So he bounces Ascanta. Yeah, freaking going first seems really, really like important now too. It seems even more valuable. Like the more powerful a format, the going first is typically better. Especially with these, just how prevalent these planeswalkers are in decks. Like if you get a couple planeswalkers out, it's just so hard to like get back in the game. without an Elder Spell. Why not? Play Daddy Teferi. Big Daddy Teferi. I don't know what the Simic Nexus deck is going to do at this point. He's got 3 Planeswalkers out and a token army with a hero. And Liliana Dreadhorde General's coming out now. Dreadhorde Commander. he's just scooping them up. I don't. Yeah, the Simic Nexus deck doesn't play fogs anymore. I don't think it's because it's just so fast that like it doesn't need fog effects anymore. All right. Sideboard, Simic Nexus is going to bring in Thorn Lieutenants for like the aggro. He might bring it in against this Esper deck. Hydroid Crassus probably coming in. Biogenic Ooze, 2 negates. That's probably it. The Esper deck's going to bring in 2 Dovin's Vetoes, 2 Duress. Maybe a Vraska's Contempt. I mean, you can hit their Tamios with it, and if he brings in like, if he thinks he's gonna bring in like Biogenic Ooze and like, you know, other creatures, he could potentially bring that into. Does Narset affect Search for Azcanta? Does that count as drawing a card? I don't think that counts as drawing as a card. Although Narset might come in this matchup, actually, because he does have Chemist's Insight and stuff, so Narsets could probably come in, too. I could actually see that. That seems good. Alright, turn 1 Duress. Yeah, he brought in Biogenic Ooze and the Hydroid Crassus. Yeah. Crassi. The Crassi. Crassuses. Is it Crassuses or Crassi? That is the question of the day. I want you guys to find that out. Come back. Let me know what you got. You know, Thief of Sanity is an incredibly good Magic card. I'm sure it's going to be around in Standard until it rotates out. Like, the card is just super playable. If it even goes unanswered one time, it's just worth its weight. Okay, he chose to not play Thief of Sanity. I'm not sure why. Yeah, he's just holding back. I guess he wants to kill the counter the Wilderness Reclamation if he plays one. 'Cause that's kind of like the crux of this deck. Yeah, he was just holding up Dovin's Veto. Yeah, so now he's gonna run out Thief to keep up Dovin's Veto. Oh, he's gonna play Narset. Grab a little Time Raveler. they're done leaf blowing outside now. Alright, he's going to counter this 100%. Yeah, Wilderness Reclamation is their key card. Biogenic Ooze. That's going to be problematic. He's going to play Teferi here and bounce the token. Or bounce the Ooze and then now he's going to Thought Erasure it. Okay, he brought in Ugin also. I guess Ugin can destroy Planeswalkers, yeah. Yeah, that's an obvious bring in. He drew Hero Precinct 1. He's probably going to Hero this turn and then Kaya's Wrath. Or not Kaya's Wrath. Oath of Kaya. Kill that Ooze token. Get a 1/1 so we can chump block the Thorn Lieutenant. Oh no, he's gonna hit the Thorn Lieutenant. Okay. These blast zones do not seem very good. I thought this card was going to be great, but it does not seem very good. Like, first off, you can't do it on 0, and tokens are a thing. A big thing now. Second, it just takes too long to, like, get counters on it. To actually, like, get, like, 3 counters on it. To kill, like, planeswalkers. Like, 3 would be great right now if you could get it on 3, but, I mean, that's going to take him, like, multiple turns, so... It's really just not that good in play. I thought it would be a lot better. Alright, Basilica Bellhaunt. Card's great. Opponent discards a card, you gain 3 life, and it's a 3/4 for 4. It's basically like a 2.5 for 1. Just all the value, dripping with value. Getting rid of that Narset just because he can't draw cards. So he's probably going to Alpha here and kill Ugin. And he's going to bounce the Ooze first, and then he's going to kill Ugin. Or he's just going to despark it. think I would have kept the D-Spark in my hand and just swung in and killed it. Like, the only thing... He would have lost one hero Precinct 1, but who cares? Like, you would save a good card in D-Spark, which can kill, you know, any permanent of 4 or greater, so... You can kill Tamio or Wilderness Reclamation. Biogenic Ooze if he plays another one. Like that card's kind of a premium. You don't want to just throw it out just so you don't have to sacrifice one of your heroes of Precinct 1. I mean, like, you have another one out and you've got a bunch of creatures on the board. I don't know. I think that was a bad play. Yeah, now there's a Tamio. Oh, I guess he's got Dovin's Veto. Okay, he just had the perfect hand, I guess, so... Alright, Blast Zone. Finally get to see Blast Zone used. Okay, use it and kills both heroes. Take 7. Dude, Massacre Girl would be extremely good right now. Wipe all his creatures and have a 4/4 menace in play. Seems pretty strong. Oh yeah, he doesn't play black. Never mind. Nah. Not that that deck would play. I mean, yeah. I'd love to see Massacre Girl played in like a good way. In a game-winning way. We only saw it once in that deck yesterday in day 1. And he didn't get to really use it in a good way. He just kind of just played it as a 4/4 creature. I love how the spirit token that Ugin makes is just a 2/2 ground creature. It's like a spirit, but it can't fly. When, like, traditionally, like, spirits are like those 1/1 flyers. There's like a million different versions of that token. And they're like, no, we're gonna make a 2/2 colorless spirit that doesn't fly. I think that's pretty funny. Yes, the Crawl Harpooner does kill flyers. It's like, let me read that again. That's a good call. Biogenic Ooze is strong. That Basilica Bellhaunt's doing work. Being a 3/4. Super strong. Oh, he's got a D-Spark. Yeah, this is over. Yeah, he's gonna put him to 1. Like, he has to draw, like, Wilderness Reclamation right here, and then just, like, go off his turn. Which is possible. I mean, like, I don't think he drew it. Right, he can search. He can ask Kanta for it. Play it. Float 2 mana. Yeah, he has just enough mana to play a Nexus of Fate if he has to get exactly Wilderness Reclamation. Or no, he can get it with Tamio too. He's probably going to go for it with Tamio first. Okay, and then he's going to try to get it with Search. Or no, he drew something else. What did he draw? Oh, Nexus, okay. It's going to give him another look with Tamio. Okay. He knows what he's doing. He's giving himself the best possible options to find Wilderness Reclamation, because he absolutely has to find that card. He has no other outs. Oh, I guess he's just gonna go boom, Hydroid Crassus. What was that for 8? 9. So he's gonna gain 4 life, draw 4 cards? Okay. Alright, looks like he's stabilized. Wow. Turns it around at clutch 1 life with the freaking Hydroid Crassus for 9. Dude, Hydroid Crassus is bonkers still. The card is still a rock. That card is huge. It's another card that's going to be around in Standard until it rotates. Alright, game 3. Looks like we had no plays until turn 2. Growth Spiral. And it's his turn 3 now. Yeah, they're going to go to time if they don't. They're probably going to go to time here. Yeah, it looks like this Esper mid-range player is kind of a slow player. He's already got a draw, and it looks like they're going to get another draw. Well, I mean, they could finish this game in 9 minutes, but he looks a little bit on the slow side. Thanatos, Draga, his games are so boring. Yeah, the ones against Simic Nexus. Yeah, not the most exciting. Especially the pace at which they're playing. They're kind of playing really slow. Like, I mean, there aren't that many decisions that they've had to make here. I don't know. But yesterday was super fast. Like, all the matches were pretty fast. It's like they're playing with a new deck, yeah. It's just matchups with like Simic Nexus. Like, Simic Nexus is a stupid deck. Like, I can't wait for that deck to be gone. It's gonna be gone in 3 months, like permanently gone. Like, the Simic Nexus deck draws the game out like super long, but there's really not a lot of control players anymore. So like, a lot of these, it's pretty much just mid range and aggro right now. So like, the pace of the games is usually pretty quick, which I like. But yeah, Nexus just is a slow deck. Unless you choose to scoop to it, you know, at an early juncture. A lot of people play it like, you know, multiple turns after it's probably over. Yeah, really, like, do you have to sit there pondering what of those 4 cards you're going to take? You know you're going to take Tamio. Like, I hate when people, like, take, like, when they're doing, like, a search effect or something, and they just, like, sit and they, like, flip the cards around for, like, freaking ever. And it's like, you know what card you're going to take. Like, that was, like, 100% you're taking Tamio there. Like, yeah, I just don't. They really need to, like, crack down on people slow playing. Like, there's really no, like, enforcement of it at all, and it's kind of disappointing. Especially people on camera, come on. These people are getting, like, watched. These people are getting scrutinized, and, like, they never get called on slow play ever. Alright, we got a threat on the board. We got a hero precinct 1, but it just took him 2 minutes for his turn, yeah. Like, legit, your turn should not be more than a minute long. Like, if your turn's taking longer than a minute, then you're playing way too slow. Disqualified. And, like, the opponent, all he did was play a land, and it took him, like, 30 seconds. It's like, what? It took you 30 seconds to ponder that you're gonna do nothing but play a land? So they have some rules call. I think no, I think what happened was he wanted to play the Nexus of Fate. Or wait, no. I think he wanted to play a card in response, but he, like, showed his hand already. So, like, once you show your hand, like, the card effect is going off. So, like, he can't play anything from his hand in response at that point. I think is what happened. I can't be sure, though. Yeah, this game is not going to finish. They're going to get a draw. I hope they don't put any more Simic Nexus freaking decks on camera. Yeah, he didn't even have the power to play instants, yeah. Because Teferi's on the table, so Teferi says you all your cards are sorcery speed, so he couldn't even have played anything in response. Wait, did he just concede to him? I guess he conceded him. That's very nice of him. He could have prolonged that out and, like, gotten a draw probably. Because, like, the way it works is if you go to time, like, even if he's taking all the turns, it's still 5 turns. You only get 5 turns to win. So, like, he could have probably held out for a draw. That's really sportsmanlike of him, though. I dig that. Kenta Hiroki, you have my respect. Although you are kind of a slow player. Alright, round 12. Oh, we got red. We got some red. Alright, we got a 9-2 red. Okay. I predicted there was going to be no mono red in the top 8 this time. We'll see. We'll see if one makes it. And we got Esper Control. I think he's the only Esper Control player that's got this good of a record, too. And this is not a good matchup for red, so... Yeah, and it's not just Esper midrange, it's Esper Control, which is, like, the good one against red. Because Esper midrange is a pretty equal match for red. But Esper Control is not a good matchup. Oh, but he top decked the 4th land and got Experimental Frenzy. Gross. Oh, Teferi. Teferi's so good. Yeah, he's just going up top. I guess Esper Control cut some of their life gain. Cut like absorbs. Or like some number of absorbs. To play like 3-drop Teferi. I'm guessing that's the card that replaced it. Oh, but he's got it. 5 damage. Boom. Alright. Yeah, red can just get there. Red can just get there. Let's look at the board. So, aggro is going to bring in 3 Tybalts. Probably 2 risk factors. 1 experimental frenzy. Probably the rekindling phoenixes too. I don't know if Direfleet Daredevil comes in this matchup. I guess I could see that. There's a lot of good stuff to Direfleet for Esper. So he can bring in a lot of shit. He could bring in, 11 to 13 cards. And Esper's going to bring in 4 Thief of Sanity, 2 Duress, 1 Dovin's Veto, 1 Cry of the Carnarium, 1 Lyra Dongbringer, 1 Kaya, 1 Moment of Craving, 1 Vona. Yeah, he's going to bring in like 4, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12 cards. Maybe even the negate too. Yeah, he could bring in like 12, 13 cards too. These decks change a lot against each other. Yeah, that game was fast AF. It's refreshing to go from, the Nexus decks to like actual fast-paced games. Looks like red took a mulligan. You don't think he's bringing Thief in? I've seen Thief brought in a lot against red. Because it's a 3-drop, and like, if you even get like a couple hits off of with it, it's super, super strong. Because you get like a removal every time you hit with it, so... It's actually really good against red. Oh, did he keep a 1-lander? Oh, he just drew a land. Moment of Craving is good. Yeah, he brought in the Dire Fleets, so he probably boarded in like 13 cards. Depending on his hand, he's probably going to take the Tybalt. Or Steamkin. If he doesn't have a removal in his hand, he might take the Steamkin. Oh, he's taking the Daredevil. Okay. Are those Onslaught Mountains? I think those are Onslaught Mountains. Those are pretty cool mountains. Decided to not. Okay. Figured he had like a Cry or a Kai's Wrath. Didn't play the last Devil. Rekindling is a great draw. Who had the cast down? So he's got Experimental Frenzy in his hand. Great top deck. Boom. Boom, gets the land. Boom, gets a 1-drop. Ooh, he's on fire. Feels great, man. Feels great. Yeah, he's getting rid of that frenzy. Back in the deck. Nice, you had the moment of craving for the token. Okay. He's still in this. Wow, but he has Light Up the Stage and frickin' Pyromancer. Wow. When you're hot, you're hot. And Harlan is on fire. Yeah, he's just got a land and a Vraska's Contempt in his hand. Well, at least he doesn't have that big of a board presence. Like, the Esper player's not dead yet, but I think he just drew another land. Yeah, that Experimental Friends is going to run away with this game. Got rid of Tybalt. Gets the Surveil. Bins the Experimental Frenzy. Gets in for 4. Yeah, I don't see how Esper gets out of this at this point. With no cards in hand. Oh my god, the Lyra top deck, are you kidding me? Like the one card that can save him. Holy moly. Although he's thinking about just ditching the Experimental Frenzy now that he has 7 cards in hand. If he has the burn to kill the Lyra, then yeah, just ditch the Experimental Frenzy and it's over. I mean, you have to let him draw 3 cards. You can't take 4 damage here and go down to 3. There's just no way. I mean, either way, your chances of winning are low, but you can't take the 4 damage here. Like 100% you can't. Yeah. Alright, he's maximizing the chance that Lyra's going to stay alive. I don't think he has any burn spells in his hand. That's the problem with the red deck after sideboard. It loses a lot of its direct damage. So Lyra becomes a real big problem. Okay, maybe he does have it. And a lot of these decks don't play Fight with Fire anymore. Yeah, he doesn't have any way to get rid of Lyra. Wow, is Lyra actually going to, like, pull him out of the fucking death's door? He's also got Ascanta flipped. He could come back. He could come back right here. Lyra is super... Oh, he drew a Vraska's Contempt. Oh my god. Is he going to come back from this? Oh my god. Dude, the comeback of the century right here. Oh my god, and that's a freaking... Teferi. I think that was 5-drop Teferi in those cards. Wow, this is crazy, dude. This is a super comeback. Or was that Kaya? I think that was Kaya. Dude, he's back up to 16 life. Wow. I mean 18 life. Holy crap. I mean, Harlan's got like 8 cards in hand, but... Okay, there's 2 damage. If he, like, throws out a bunch of okay, he's got to light up the stage. If he throws out a bunch of creatures here, though, and gets, like, a Cry of the Carnarium next turn, like, he could very easily lose this game. Yeah, Lyra Dawnbringer is a beast against red. That's why I still play 2 Fight with Fire in my sideboard. I think Fight with Fire is still definitely playable. Alright, he's got Chandra too. think Harlan might have played a land already. I think he just played a second land in the turn. I don't know. I could be wrong, but he had 1,000,000 lands in his hand. Wow, he bounced his own Lyra and then played it again. Let's go, dude. Let's freaking go. Dude, that Lyra is a menace. This is a menace to society right here. And he still can't kill it. He's just got a bunch of creatures. I feel like you have to take 4 damage here. And then if he plays it a second time, then you let him draw 3 cards. But I think you take 4 damage here, yeah. Was that enough? So he blocks 1, gains 5, goes to 14. 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 11. No, he's not dead. Wait, what? Wait, he wasn't dead there. I don't get this. I don't get it. Unless they had the life totals wrong. Two, 4, 6, 8, 10, 11 damage. But he gains 5. Yeah, he should be at 3 still. I don't... Oh, the Wizard Lightning. The Wizard Lightning. Xaxes. He had Xaxes. Xaxes. Wow. He almost came back from that game. He almost came back. That was super close. Dang. That was a good, really good match. Really good game. Alright, round 12. Oh, this is time shifted. Oh, we got Brad Carpenter. Brad Carpenter, 9-2 also. Nice. We're going to fast forward it. Yeah, it looks like he 2-0'd him. Yeah, the Jeskai Superfriends deck seems like it's a little bit weak to red. Although he had a Lyra. Yeah, he's got the Tybalt out and he's got the Frenzy out, yeah. Yeah. Looks like red got this. Yeah, red got that. Alright, well we might have to the Katana sleeves. Has anyone used Katana sleeves? Are they actually like that great? They're like so hyped right now. And they cost $13. They cost like $2 more than like all the other sleeve makers. It's kind of janky. They're trying to say like, oh, well, our factories are in Japan, so that makes us like as good as the old KMCs. It seems like a total racket. Dude, someone's playing Izzet Phoenix? Fuck yeah. Oh my god, yes. Grixis Control versus Izzet Phoenix. Let's go. I have this deck still. Izzet Phoenix. I fucking love this deck. I would love to see this deck in the top 8. That would be so sick. Oh shit, 2 Phoenixes in the bin. Oh, he's playing that new card. He's playing the freaking red finale. Yes. The red finale is so good. Let you play freaking... Cast up to 1 target instant and or 1 sorcery from the graveyard. With current mana cost X less without paying the mana cost. So good. Gets his Phoenixes back. That's gross. Yeah, everyone was talking about the finale of Promise being used in like the modern mono red Phoenix deck, but I never even thought of it using it in the freaking standard one. Hell yeah. Card's great. Because it automatically lets you get your Phoenixes back because you cast 1 spell and it's 3 spells. Sick. I like it. I like it a lot. It's bad against small Teferi. Yeah. I mean, most of the time you're going to be using it on your turn, though, right? I mean, in order to get Phoenixes back, you have to cast it on your turn. Wait, why can't you cast it from your yard? If you're casting it during your main phase. Small Teferi stops it? I don't get why it stops it if it's on your turn. Each opponent can cast spells only anytime they can cast a sorcery. How does that stop it? Oh, you can't cast sorceries while another spell is resolving. Oh, okay. Okay. I get you. I get you. That does suck. Teferi's too good. Tired of Teferi. Tired of him. Tired of him. And he's going to be around forever, so... Well, I guess Phoenix is not going to be playable for much longer anyways, but... So it's basically the finale is allowing you to cast it at instant speed. It's allowing you to cast a sorcery at instant speed. Right, yeah. It's basically casting both of them at instant speed because the other spell hasn't resolved yet. But, like, it wouldn't stop, like... It wouldn't stop like Snapcaster Mage or like Direfleet Daredevil, right? Well, it looks like Phoenix is putting up quite a fight. Crackling Phoenix on deck. Or Crackling Drake on deck, and 2 Phoenixes, which he had a Moment of Craving one. That always feels bad. Non-permanent removal. Yeah, if that finale card read like you may cast these spells this turn without, like if it were just an effect that unlocked the ability to cast them from your graveyard, then you could still do it. But since it says like cast them now, like Teferi makes it so you can't do that. Ooh, he's playing Saheeli also. Sick. Dude, I love this. I love the version of this deck. Make a bunch of servos too. Yeah, boy. Yeah, boy. Nice. Servos coming online. Yes, and he's making the servo a Phoenix. That's so good. That's so good. Dude, I want to make this deck right now. I have like all the cards for it. Ritual of Soot. Okay. Oh, and Angrath's Rampage. Okay. If he has 3 spells here, though, his GG. I guess he doesn't. He has 2 Crackling Drakes, though. I think it's just play a Crackling Drake, right? And an Electromancer. Let's go. He just wants to see one more card in his hand, and then he scoops. Alright, let's look at sideboard. Grixis Control is going to bring in... There's not a whole lot of good sideboard cards against this Izzet Phoenix deck, because people are not expecting this deck at all. I don't know, I guess you bring in Duress. And Spell Pierce ×2. I guess you could bring in Moments of Craving for like Electromancer, and like you can kill Phoenixes with it and gain life, but yeah, not great. Fungal Infection's useless. Legion Warboss. Legion Warboss, maybe. Put some pressure on the Phoenix player. This is an interesting one. I'm not 100% on how he should sideboard here. I'm thinking like 2 Spell Pierce, 1 Duress is solid. Maybe the Phoenix player is going to board out Shocks, so maybe a Thief of Sanity would be good. I'm not sure. But definitely 2 Spell Pierce and 1 Duress are coming in. Maybe Legion Warboss also. And then the Phoenix deck is going to bring in, what, 3 Negates, 2 Narsets, 1 Saheeli. I can see those 6 coming in. Maybe Legion Warboss too. Legion Warboss is a great card. A lot of decks are playing this in the sideboard. It's good against control, so yeah, he could easily bring in those 9 cards. for sure. Just kind of overwhelm his removal. In which case, I don't know. Are they allowing you to see sideboards now in like all events? Or just, I think it's just the invitationals. They let everyone see the decks now. Or the Mythic Championships. Because they want to crack down on people like scouting other people's decks out. Like having their teammates go around and scout out the decks and telling them like what decks they're playing and like what, you know, what sideboard they have and this and that. So they're kind of just making all the deck lists public at like all the Mythic Championships now. Like everyone has the like total information. Double Duress. Yeah, he brought in the Narsets and the Legion War bosses. Okay. And the negates. Hardcast that, Phoenix. Get in there for 3. Let's go. Alright, he sacked a land. Oh, War Boss. Let's go. So now if he pluses him, he's just going to get rid of the 1/1 token, probably. Ooh, he's got the Cry of the Carnarium, though. Ouch. This is going to hurt. Oh, this is over. There's... Yeah. Nicol Bolas and Liliana. Yeah, scoop those up. Yeah, that Cry of the Carnarium was clutch. Game 3. Let's see what's up. Oh, bummer. That looked like a really land-heavy hand. Although this Grixis hand doesn't look that good either. Bunch of 5 and 6 drops, 2 land, 1 duress. He could keep it though. He just needs to draw a lot of land. Yeah, he's gonna mulligan. I would mulligan that hand. That's too risky. You're super tempted to keep a hand like that because it's got turn 1 duress and it's got all 3 colors of land, but nah. You're playing a control deck with a bunch of 5 and 6 drops. You gotta hit your lands. Alright, he needs to draw 1 land. If he draws a land, he's fine. I think he drew a land. Turn 3 Legion Warboss is really good on the play. Oh, he didn't. He drew a Phoenix. That's not so good. Oh, boom. It's a Gil. He's playing a Gilgate? What? Why would you play a Gilgate? Oh, but he's got no blue mana or no 3rd land. Damn, son. Dude, Legion Warboss takes over the game. Oh, damn, he's screwed. Dude, Legion Warboss is going to just wreck him. He's going to play a 2nd one. Oh, he's not going to play a 2nd one? Dude, if he plays a 2nd one, the game's like over on the next turn. Yeah, he didn't draw a land. He would have won right now if he had played that 2nd Legion Warboss. There was no reason to not play it. Yeah, he's respecting Land Cry, but come on. If you're talking about straight odds for drawing a land, your odds of drawing a land are what? Like, at most, like 40%. So, like, the odds are always in your favor to not draw a land at any given time. You're going to draw a non-land. So, I don't know. If you're looking at straight odds, I think the odds were in favor of him not drawing a land. More Super Friends decks. There's so many Planeswalker decks. Super Friends. It looks like Esper just took out Jeskai, though. Oh, wait. Yep, Esper got it. Alright, Esper Control versus Jeskai Super Friends, round 14. This is the last chance for Esper to get into the top 8. Turn 2 search. Always good. I like the Mox Amber in this deck. I dig it. Little ramp. Little ramp. Get those Planeswalkers out 1 turn faster. Now there's like 0 counter magic being played now. Like 0. Probably because of Teferi. People are like, just counter magic's just not worth playing now. Because you just can't use it if Teferi's on the board. Like Absorb is like 0 copies in like every deck now. And no one's playing Quench still, too. Maybe that's why people aren't playing Mono Blue, is because of Teferi. I don't know. I still think Mono Blue is a good deck right now. Looks like Spell Pierce and Dovin's Acuity are like the only counter magic being played now. Or Dovin's Veto, rather. He just plays 3 Planeswalkers. The Esper control player does nothing. Alright, sideboard. 4 Thief of Sanity come in. Card's great against these Planeswalker decks. Duress. 2 Duresses come in. 2 Elder Spells come in. 1 Dovin's Veto comes in. 1 Negate comes in. And then the Jeskai deck. 4 Legion Warboss come in. 3 Dovin's Veto. Maybe a Prison Realm or 2. Maybe all 3 Prison Realms. Those 10. I can see those 10 coming in. Alright, game 2. Search turn 2. Thief of Sanity. And I'm sure the Jeskai deck boarded out all their shocks and stuff, so... Yep, Prison Realm, that works. Thief of Sanity number 2 and number 3 in the graveyard. Oh, the Narset whiff. That's the first or no, that's like the second Narset whiff I've seen in this tournament. Only 2. We've got the Dovin's Veto out of his. Double Thief of Sanity. Oh, he drew a card and Narset says you can't draw more than 1 card. Oh, so he gets to Thought Seize him and it gets shuffled back in? Damn, dude. That's so unfair. Because that Dovin's Veto was in his hand before he drew the card, for sure. All these stupid Planeswalkers with their effects, man. Like, people forget about it so often. Like, these Planeswalkers were a bad idea. The ones that have all these static effects. Like, come on. Like, people forget about the Teferi one all the time. Like, all the time. Like, you're supposed to keep track of all these stupid fucking static effects that are all in play with these Planeswalkers. Like, I really don't like the War of the Spark set. I think it was a really fucking bad idea. And they didn't print a freaking board wipe for Planeswalkers? Like, what? Yeah, I think R&D really dropped the ball. It's just gonna be like all Planeswalker decks now. It's kind of lame. Yeah, that was GG. That's what Thief of Sanity unchecked does right there. And he had double Thief of Sanity. Alright. Game 2. Or game 3, rather. Yo, Spell Pierce getting flung left and right. Yeah, Spell Pierce is also like a premium card right now. Spell Pierce and Duress are like premiums because of like Planeswalkers. Alright, he got the game ender off the board. Looking pretty dire for Esper. This is exactly why they need like a planar cleansing spell. Elder Spell, that works. That plays. No, he knows he has a counter. He knows he has a Dovin's Veto in his hand. 100%. Oh. Top deck's Teferi. Seems good. He's top deck Sarkon. Damn, dude, he's just like the top deck master. Yeah, this seems pretty over. GG. Ooh, 4-color. Dreadhorde versus Jeskai. Superfriends. Damn. They went to time on game 2. Look at this. He has 4 planeswalkers in play and like 4 huge creatures, and he's got an army of servos and 2 planeswalkers, 3 planeswalkers. Ugh. Wow, Jim's playing for the draw. Wow. Yeah, he's at 25 life. I don't think you win, Jimmy. Should play faster, boys. Should play faster. Only finishing 1 game in 50 minutes is kind of dumb. Kind of dumb. Rate of play. All right, round 15. Here we go. Here we go. Jeskai, Superfriends again. Superfriends. What's the other guy playing? What's the other guy playing? Matt Tumovich. What's he on? Bant mid-range. Let's go. Really just Bant Superfriends. He's probably got a million planeswalkers in it. With the Wild Growth Walker package. So it's got 12 creatures and like the rest planeswalkers and spells. Nah, the dream. Turn 2 Wild Growth into turn 3 Jadelight Ranger. Gain 6. Ooh, he's got the God Eternal Oketra in there. Nice. Oketra. put Biminar set. Ooh, Oketra's coming down to play. Coming down to play with double strike. Let's go. Whenever you cast a creature spell, create a 4/4 black zombie warrior creature token with vigilance. Damn. She's a beast. Yeah, I'm watching it, Judge Dredd. This is the day 2 video. Sure. Gain 6 more life. No, these Planeswalker decks do have a hard time playing from behind. Yeah, Clarion's not going to fully get the job done here. It's a 1-for-1. Oketra. What is he doing? Why didn't you just play Oketra? I don't get it. Oketra's like unkillable. Like the only thing you can do is bounce it or like put it back 3 from the top. And in doing so, he's not evening out the game at all because there's still 2 creatures on the board. I guess double Deafening Clarion would get the job done, but he'd have to have 2 of them. I guess that's what he's afraid of. Oh, he's playing Vivian. That's cool. Yeah, it's GG. Sideboard time. On the Jeskai Superfriends side, 3 Prison Realm. And people are being fucking noisy outside again. Three Prison Realm. 1 more Deafening Clarion. Do the Lyras come in? 2 Lava Coils probably come in too. Just maximum removal. Legion Warboss doesn't seem super good. And then the Bant mid-range deck's going to bring in 3 Negates, 2 Prison Realms, 2 Frilled Mystic. I like Frilled Mystic. 1 Deputy of Detention. Sure. Ixalan's Binding. Sure. That's probably all I'd bring in. Tristani is probably for just like aggro. Shalai too. Alright, game 2. Turn 2 Wild Growth Walker. Can't be beat. Can't be beat. He definitely wants to kill that Wild Growth Walker. He does not like that Wild Growth Walker. Oh, he's put out Saheeli. Prison Realm, that works. Lava Coil. True. Good thing you killed that right now. That would have been unlava coilable. Time Raveler, Balance Prison Realm. Like that Mox Amber. Makes that servo. Little ramp. Boom. 2 servos. Let's go. Looks like they're both stuck on 4 lands here. Oh, no, he drew out of it. I think you attack here. Oh, maybe not. I guess he'd probably trade the 2 servos for it. You just pick one. Jesus. Narset or Teferi. You have both in play. Crassus flying over, killing Teferi. Oh, that Crassus. Oh, that Crassus. Little Clarion. Oh, he's gonna get Clarion back next turn. Although it is gonna clear all his servos. Did he attack Karn there or just attack his face? Prison Realm Karn. I want to run that into a Spell Pierce though. No Spell Pierce. Actually, you don't need Vivian in play to cast the exiled card with it. It just says as long as it's exiled, you can play it if it's a creature. Alright, still grinding this game away. It's still pretty even. Bounce Wild Growth Walker. Oh, Whifferoony. That's Whifferoony number 3 for Narset. 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 There's 5-drop Vivian. Boom. Kill that flyer with my bow. Right, everyone stop playing 5-drop Vivian. Except for Matt Tumovich. Boom. I think it's only, he only has a 1-up sideboard her though. For flyers. Boom. Dragon Maker. Send those freaking Planeswalker dragons in. I'm not sure I would have been that Merfolk Branchwalker. I feel like having a bunch of creatures is good. Especially ones that can pump Wild Growth Walker. Little Crassus for 6. Reload that hand. Oh, we can't draw cards though because of Narset. Wow. Get wrecked. Wow, I think Superfriends is going to get this one. Scooping them up. Game 3. Bummer. Turn 2. Llanowar Elf. Oh, he had the Sunpetal Grove. Comes into play tapped. You don't have a basic. Or if you don't have a forest or a plains. The fundamental flaw of the check lands, you cannot play them on turn 1. Which is why fast lands are typically better than check lands. God, there's so many weird, like, like, there's just so many bounce effects, put stuff back in your deck effects, exile effects, but conditional exile effects, like these Deputy Detentions and Prison Realm, and, like, you can just, like, there's so much permanent manipulation in this block. Like, there's just so many, like, target permanent effects. It's like people have stopped playing removal because, like, they can just play, like, all these planeswalkers that just can take care of all permanents. And, like, Deputy Detention can take care of all permanents. It's pretty crazy. Crazy powerful format right now. Here we got Karn versus Vivian right here. Oh, he gave him the Clarion because he's missing land drops. Or he's not. Why did he give him the Clarion there? That seems really bad play. Oh, he has 2 Clarions in hand. Maybe he saw that he already had 1 Clarion. I don't know how he would have seen that, but... Oh, maybe he gave him a Clarion already with the first Karn. Yeah, the first Karn Plus must have given him the Clarion. See, like this. Oop, boop. He gets his planeswalkers back. What's up, Cammy? This is a commentary for Star City Games Standard Open Syracuse Magic Tournament. Prison Realm number 4. Prison Realm just keeps getting bounced and played and replayed. They don't have like permanent ways to get rid of planeswalkers except with creatures. That works. Huh. Oketra and a 4/4 and a Wild Growth Walker. You still got a Clarion. I can kill the Wild Growth Walker, but Oketra's going to be a problem. Yeah, he really needs Sarkhan right now. Alright, he's going to Clarion, kill the Wild Growth Walker. Double Lava Coil. Yeah, that Narset really putting a damper on the Hydroid Crassus. He can't draw any cards off of it. I mean, it's still a 6/6 flyer, that's good, but it's going to get Prison Realmed here. Alright, he seems to find a Sarkhan. Sarkhan. Oh, did he draw Oketra? No, I guess one more card down. Yeah, there's like nothing you can do. Yeah, he keeps just playing the Grixis over and over again, but it's just going to get bounced every turn. Or prison realmed. Oh, there's Sarkhan. Sarkhan. Big Daddy Teferi. Yeah, he's just scooping. He knows he can't win. He could play a catcher, but that's like his only play. Or another Hydroid Grixis, but yeah. You can't play one threat at a time against these Planeswalker decks. It just doesn't work. Which is why they need another Planeswalker board. They need a Planeswalker board wipe. They really do. They're probably going to print one in the next set. They better print one in the next set, or it's just going to be all Planeswalkers all day long. Ooh, Izzet Phoenix? I hope you make it, buddy. Okay, he's one up. 1-1. Not looking good. Not looking good for the Phoenix player. Dang, poor Phoenix player. I wanted to see you in the top 8, buddy. No one else has the balls to play that deck. Alright, what do we got in the top 8? Jeskai Super Friends, Esper Midrange, which is basically Super Friends. Mono Red Aggro, Mono Red Aggro. Okay, there's 3 Mono Red Aggros in the top 8. Okay. I think that's mainly because there's a lot of people playing the deck, I guess, still. I don't think the deck's that great right now. I guess, I don't know. I could be wrong. And then another Esper Super Friends. Okay, so 3 Jeskai Super Friends. 2 Esper. 1 mid-range, 1 Super Friends. They're very similar, though. And then 3 Mono Red Aggro. Wow, 3 decks, 3 different decks. We got a small little little narrow format now. Little narrow. All right, everyone, get up, stretch it out, get ready for the top 8. I'm gonna go to the bathroom real quick. All right, we back. We back. Everyone ready for the top 8? You ready? Ready for the quarterfinals? Let's do it. Let's do it. Looks like we're gonna see Jeskai Superfriends versus Esper Midrange. Alright, turn to Thought Erasure into Spell Pierce. Oh, Spell Pierce number 2. I wonder how many Spell Pierces they're running main deck. Probably 3 or 4. It's like a premium card right now. He chooses to play Bellhaunt. Okay. I thought for sure he'd play Teferi, Time Raveler, and Bounce Karn. But it's looking like Zan's deep in the tank. What he's going to discard? Shock. Okay. Basilic Bellhaunt's a great card, so I mean, like, this isn't a bad play by any means. It's also got 4 toughness, so it's a lot harder to remove with cards like Shock and Deafening Clarion. And people are not playing Lava Coil main deck as much anymore, so a lot harder to deal with. sure he's got the second shock. That's bad for Kenta. Yeah, now it's like he's so far behind. Like, how do you even get back at this point? Like, this is what I'm talking about. Like, and he was on the play too. Like, I'd like to see the percentage of wins of people on the play for this tournament. I feel like it's heavily favored on the person on the play, like heavily. It's like the first person to get a planeswalker out wins, because then they start putting out more and more planeswalkers. And like when you play a planeswalker, like you get to use its ability. And then even if they remove that planeswalker, you still got to use that ability. So it's like they're always 2-for-1s no matter what. Like it's just, I see a big problem with the format right now. Let's go to sideboard. Superfriends deck is going to bring in 3 Prison Realm, probably at least 2 Dovin's Vetoes, a couple Lava Coils, Deafening Clarion probably, because the Hero Precinct 1 and tokens. I mean, he's already playing like 2 or 3 Deafening Clarions main, but card seems good in this matchup. And then Esper's going to bring in, what, 2 Duress, 2 Narset, 2 Elder Spell, 2 Dovin's Veto, 1 Vraska's Contempt. Yeah, pretty much all the Planeswalker hate. Surprised he's only playing 2 Duress in sideboard. Maybe he's got some number in the main deck. I'm not sure. But 2's pretty light for Duress in a format where Duress is like the best. Alright, let's go to game 2. It's like a mulligan for Zan. It's like both mulligan. Alright, turn 3. Haven't played a single card. Nope. Shock the Thief. Alright, Teferi got vetoed. He's got a small window to get back in this game. It looks like he has 4 Teferis in hand, one of them being 5-drop Teferi. Yeah, It looks like he's already lost this game. He's just going to get buried under Planeswalkers again. Yeah, he's going to play 3-drop Teferi, bounce the token, and not get to draw a card off of it because of Narset. Yeah, this just looks terrible for him right now. Like, that's his only play. I mean, you can't Thought Erasure here. Yeah, this is over. He's missing land drops. Like, this is over. You can't stumble against these Planeswalker decks at all. Like, you just can't. You really can't stumble against any deck in this format right here. Just, it's pretty much just like, I think luck is a huge factor right now in this format. Going first and luck are very, like, RNG are really big factors. Because it's really hard to play from behind against Planeswalkers. It's really hard to come back. You know, whoever gets board presence first usually stays ahead. If you miss land drops or stumble at all, like, you lose pretty quickly. And now the beatdowns. Yeah, Sarkhan really makes this deck possible. You just stack up the advantage and then throw out Sarkon and like everyone swings in for like a bunch of damage. Yeah, GG. Not really a game there, but oh well. Let's see how Mono Red did against Esper. One and one. Well, looks like Esper took out one of the Mono Red players. Boom. Dunzo. Alright, well, one of the Mono Reds made it to the quarter, or semis. Shimmers. Let's go. Semifinals. Sahili. It's a good one. Gum up the board with 1/1s. Since pretty much red needs its creatures to deal damage. They're playing a lot less burn. Slightly favoring more powerful cards. Going up top. Doesn't care about Sahili. I think that's kind of how you have to play these matchups. You can't go after their planeswalkers because they want you to go after their planeswalkers. Like, it just buys them more time and more life. You just gotta pressure their life total. Oh, thank you for the follow, Brown Fang TV. I appreciate you. Sorry, I don't have my earphones on for commentating, so I can't hear the follow chime. Phew, chain whirl. That's pretty perfect. Clean up those servos. Get him for 2 more, put him down to 13. Yeah, I think Red's plan is to just go face and just rely on the powerful like Experimental Frenzy and Chandra like mid to late game to finish the job. Alright, he's going to take out Narset. And he's not going to play the Steam Cam because he knows he has Clarion in hand. Not going to walk more creatures into that. Alright, he's forcing him to Clarion this turn. He maybe should have held that land in his hand so he could bluff 2 spells that he could cast in reaction to the Clarion. Because his Steamkin wouldn't die if he had 2 spells in his hand that he could play instant speed. So it might have made him not play the Clarion. I don't know. He probably still would have played the Clarion, but... He's getting use out of that Saheeli. How many servos has he made this game? Like 5 at least. Yeah, now he's respecting the Saheeli. Yeah, I think he made 5 tokens. Ooh, Chandra. It's a good top deck. Stop bluffing, Zan. If you have a fucking counterspell, you're gonna use it. He's totally bluffing here. Yeah, get out of here. Bluff Master 5000. It's so obvious you don't have a counterspell. Who the man land chump blocks? Yeah, boy. Yeah, get that Chandra off the board. Make a 4/4. GG. Alright, let's look at the sideboard. So Superfriends is going to bring in, what? A couple Lava Coils, couple Lyras, a Deafening Clarion, maybe a couple Dovin's Vetoes, and maybe a Prison Realm, maybe like one Prison Realm, probably not like all three of them. And then Red's going to bring in 3 Rekindling Phoenix, 1 Frenzy. I don't think Tybalt is good. Actually, maybe since he's going to bring in Lyras, he's going to bring in some Tybalts. But definitely the Rekindling Phoenixes. And the Experimental Frenzy. I don't think Risk... Actually, the Tybalts do come in. He's got the life gain lands, so yeah, bring the Tybalts in. Bring in 3 Tybalts, 3 Rekindling Phoenix. 1 Frenzy. I think that's it. I don't think Risk Factor is particularly good. Maybe it is. He might bring in 1. Alright, mold a 6. Ooh, mold a 5. Ouch. That's not good. His hand's pretty good, though. He's got a curve out. Okay, he did bring in Risk Factor. I don't know how many he brought in, but... Alright, if he Clarion's here, it's like over. Okay, I don't think he has Clarion. Prison Realm, okay. Yeah, Clarion would be GG at this point with a mold of 5. Yeah, 3 for 1. Ooh, that's nice. Got his lands for the next 2 turns. All right, he could cobble something together here. Clarion. Yep. Okay, not as backbreaking. Oh, Lyra, that's backbreaking. Yeah, these red decks do not have... They're not playing Fight with Fire, so they, like, lose to this card. Okay, this is good. Okay, he brought in both risk factors. Oh, he can't play Sarkon. What? He didn't have 2 red mana. Get wrecked. That's kind of funny. Yeah, he's just going to take the 4 damage here, right? Yeah, it's too bad he couldn't. If he had 3 cards in hand, he could have bluffed like land, shock, shock for 4 damage, and he might have let him draw 3 cards right there. But he didn't have the cards to bluff that. He probably would have let him draw 3 cards though if he had 3 cards in hand. I don't know if you like leave that up to risk. Or leave that up to chance rather. A game that like you can't lose. Oh, Whiffaroonie. Alright, he needs some sick top decks to stay in this game. Phoenix isn't bad. I mean, at least it'll protect his life total. Oh, he drew a shock. Never mind, that Phoenix is dead. Yeah, Lyra is just brutality. This is why I have 2 Fight with Fires in my sideboard. Yeah, this is... As long as he just keeps swimming with Lyra, like, he can't lose at this point, really. I mean, Harlan has no one-for-one way to get rid of Lyra. And he's living off the top of his deck, so... I mean, he has to get, like, Experimental Frenzy into, like, you know, double burn spell. He needs to get, like, Experimental Frenzy, Mountain, Wizard Lightning, Shock, or Wizard Lightning, or, you know... some combination of Wizard Lightning and Shock. Yeah, I think you blocked the token here, don't you? That was cool. In response to turning him into a dragon, Lightning Strike. Although that was like his only way to get rid of Lyra, is to possibly top deck another burn spell. Oh, didn't matter either way. GG. 2-0. Lyra is power. Yeah, if you don't have a way to get rid of Lyra as a red player, that's going to win the game. It's going to win the game. Like, it almost beat him when against the Esper. We watched that Esper control game earlier where the Esper player got down to 1 life and was just like, you know, Harlan had the Experimental Frenzy out. He had a huge board presence, but he almost lived with just a Lyra and like a search for Esconta the Sunken Ruin. Like, just that's how powerful Lyra is. She just like needs to get dealt with typically. Oh, what do we got in the finals? Esper Super Friends versus Jeskai Super Friends. Yeah, I think these are going to be the decks. I think these two decks are going to be the strongest decks. I think the Super Friends decks are just way too fucking strong. Like, they're just way too strong. Like, the Planeswalkers are just way too strong. Like, there's too many 3-drop Planeswalkers. Like, if there weren't as many 3-drop Planeswalkers, these decks would not be as good because they'd have to, like, you know, play with other cards in the 3-drop slot. Like, Mortifies or whatever. But, yeah, because there's so many good 3-drop, like, Narset is just, like, bonkers good, and Teferi is bonkers good, like... Alright, looks like we got a mulligan. Oop. A little bit too far forward. Alright, game on. There's no plays for 2 turns. And we got Saheeli. They call me Calf. What's up, buddy? How you doing? Welcome to the channel. I like Mox Amber a lot in this deck. Mox Amber is super good. I look like the kind of nerd that still plays Bat Eldrazi. Who is that? Who is that, Stubby? Who is that? I know you. I know you in real life, don't I? Identify yourself immediately. Alright, he's got 2 servos out. Against a Narset. Yeah, I really like Saheeli in this deck, and like the Mox Amber. Just getting that 1 servo out can just like, you know, protect the Planeswalker. It's just a really good... Okay, he missed a land drop. Oh, thank you very much. They call me Calf. I hope everyone enjoys this commentary and analysis stream. I do them every weekend. As long as there's a major tournament, I will commentate them. And it's cool because you can ask questions and stuff. I'll always answer any questions. You can bounce ideas off of me. Opinions, thoughts, things of that nature. Alright, he got Narset off the board. This is not looking good for the Esper Superfriends deck. He's got Sarkhan on the board now. And a lot of power and creatures. Yeah, I don't think he's coming back from this. Yeah. Oath of Kaya. Okay, he took care of Sarkhan. Oath of Kaya is a super strong card too. I think that's really, really powerful. Again, life gain, because there's just so many cards that have life gain in addition to their whatever their primary effect is. And the actual like static effect is relevant too. It drains for 2 anytime a Planeswalker gets attacked. That's great. Thank you for the follow, Spoon Man. I appreciate you, buddy. Welcome to Lock Daddy's house. Do I know how much blue-white aggro was prevalent in this tourney? Because I think it finished top 2 in the Mitgo Champions. There were a lot of the Azorius aggro decks, yeah. None of them made top 8 here, but I think there were a couple of them at like 10 and 2. So like a few of them almost made top 8. They must have just like lost out at the end and not quite made it. Gone like 10 and 4. There were probably a couple 10 and 4s. Alright, Kai's Wrath. Wow. That was a timely Kai's Wrath. It's funny too, against this deck, like Kai's Wrath is usually not that great. But he just happened to have a bunch of servos out and like a dragon token. So he's back in this. He's back in it. I mean, he's not... I mean, he's still behind, but... like, considerably behind, but... that was step 1 to clawing back into this game. So we got Karn the Scion of Ugin. Or not Scion of Ugin. Scion of Urza. Urza Ugin, same difference, right? You like the deck because of Gideon Blackblade? Yeah, I think Gideon's really strong. He's just, I don't know. He's not one of the primary used Planeswalkers right now because there's just so many good ones. Alright, Ugin. 6-drop Ugin coming out. Alright, who's he going to blow up? He's probably just going to make a spirit here. Yeah. Can't blow up Karn because he's colorless. Ooh, I respect that Beta Swamp. I respect that Ulfer to Maiko. I too would like to get beta basics again. I used to have beta basics. Yeah, Narcis's just so good. She's uncommon too. It's hilarious. Some of these uncommon planeswalkers are just insane. Like her and Casmina, I think are super, super strong. She's just like straight up a 3-for-1. She's like a 3-for-1 with like a static ability that's just like super relevant. That thing's huge. It's a 5/5. It's gonna shock the spirit, kill Ugin, deal 2 to his face. Yeah, I think he's done for. He was just too far behind. Like when you get behind in these against these Super Friends decks, there's like nothing you can do. They need to make board wipe. They need to make a board wipe for planeswalkers. They need a planar cleansing. I've said it like twice before in the stream. But next set they're probably gonna do a planar cleansing effect. They need to. You need to have some play against these Super Friends decks. Alright, sideboard time. Alright, Jeskai Super Friends. 4 Legion Warboss, those are coming in. 3 Prison Realm. 3 Dovin's Veto. Yep, those 10 cards are coming in for sure. Lyra Dawnbringer, maybe? I don't think so. I guess, like, there's so many bounce effects and, like, single, you know, big creatures are not great against these Super Friends decks. And then Esper side, 2 Duress are coming in. 2 Command the Dreadhorde. I don't know if those come in this matchup. Maybe. I mean, this deck doesn't gain as much life as, like, the namesake deck Command the Dreadhorde, but he might bring one of those in. Enter the God Eternals, probably not coming in. Moment of Craving, not. Elder Spell's coming in. 1 Dovin's Veto coming in. 1 Yawgmoth's Vile Offering, that's coming in. Ixalan Binding, that's coming in. And 1 Spell Pierce, that's coming in. He's got a lot of 1-ofs that are good in this matchup. Alright, let's go to game 2. Alright, here we go. He's got a lot of lands in his hand. Oh, he's got turn 3 Teferi though. That'll be good. Oh, Spell Pierce. Get wrecked. Spell Pierce is great. Great right now. Spell Pierce and Duress are like the best sideboard cards slash... I don't know, you can... Oh, and then he's got Legion War Boss follow-up. Gross. And he's got no removal in his hand, I believe. He's got a second Legion War Boss. Wow. I think he takes Narset here. Or Dovin's Veto. Yeah, Dovin's Veto. Yeah, this is not looking good. He's got no removal for the War Boss. The War Boss just unchecked is just disgusting. Yeah, this is why I think the Jeskai version of this deck is slightly better. Because it gets card like Legion War Boss, which is like insanely good in the mirror and against the Esper Super Friends. It's better against Esper because Esper doesn't play a lot of single target removal for creatures. But the Jeskai deck does play like Shock's main deck. So like they can take care of like Legion War Boss and stuff. And it also hits Planeswalkers, so like Shock's not the worst card to have against these decks. Because a lot of times they'll go down to like one loyalty and then you can just like finish it off with a Shock. Yeah, this is just the nightmare situation right here. Yeah, I mean, even if he board wipes, he's probably done for because he's got another Legion War Boss in hand and like, you know, a couple other pieces of action. He's got a Karn in hand and another card draw from Narset next turn. Yeah, plus the Saheeli engine. Yeah, why did they make Narset freaking able to get you a non-land, non-creature card? It should have been instant or sorcery. Like, it's so powerful. You get other planeswalkers with it. Yeah, Tomiko's done for. I think this is over. Yeah, he's got Command the Dreadhorde, which is bringing back one planeswalker. Yeah. And he's bouncing his servo. Yeah, it's over. GG. Easy win. That was the easiest 2-0 of his life right there. Easiest 2-0 of his life. Well, there it is. Jeskai Superfriends. Is this the new deck? Is this it? Is this the deck? I think this might be the Planeswalker deck. This deck seems super, super strong. Like, you basically just stall out the game until you can play a Sarkon, and then your whole team becomes 4/4 dragons. Like, seems really good. I don't know. Maybe Jeskai's the deck to beat for the next 3 months until rotation. We'll see. Yeah, that's the Zan Syed winner of Star City Games Standard Open Syracuse. And that brings us to the end of our video. I'm going to put this video up on my YouTube channel, which is lock_daddy. You can see it on my Twitch channel in highlights, and it's twitch.tv/lock_daddy. Follow me on Twitter, lock_daddy1, for updates on stream and what ever else is going on in my life. Hope to see you all again next time, probably next weekend. Take care.